I'm Natale. I'm the owner of Cryptic Tattoos. I started this business because I am obsessed with tattooing. And we got my room. I found that keeping a TV in a tattoo room rather than just a radio seems to keep people's brains more occupied and able to last a tattoo a lot longer than just listening to somebody else's music that they probably hate. After seeing my dad's tattoo on his chest, I thought that was the coolest thing you could do, is draw on somebody, and it just stayed there. And from then on, I studied everybody's tattoos. Everybody's tattoos are a cryptic message about something in their life, who they are, what they've been through. I'd like to go to more conventions as well. Now that I'm settled in this spot, I think I can divide my time a little bit more. I finally got all the rooms filled, so it runs itself now. I've got people that I could not do this business without, and got this grant with their support and everything. It was my wife. We didn't have our son Onyx yet, but he's here now. This will all be his one day if he wants it. Mom Roxanne, which you met earlier. Some of the initial surprises that came to me about being self-employed was, you are it. If you're not working, you're not making money. It is all up to you, and in fact, it's probably more pressure than working at McDonald's or anything like that. Taking vacations, everything like that, I have to plan probably a year to 2 years in ahead. I didn't know that it would be like that. But there are good surprises too. I get to run my own schedule. I get to come in when I want, and that is conducive to my artistic abilities too. I get to have time with my family, and I didn't get that experience with any other job ever. The success of my business, I would say, it lets me know that I'm doing good for my community. I'm giving them something that they want. I'm able to help people in many different areas. Whether they had breast cancer and had a mastectomy and wanted tattoos over the scarring, I've done that plenty of times, and it was an amazing experience each time. And I'm glad that I've achieved a role in people's lives where I can help them through the success of my business. And the success of my business also rolls downhill to all my other artists that I'm able to have here, and teach them how to tattoo, how to run a business, and how to make and save money on their own so that they can be successful in their own homes with their families. And I hope that they get to have the same experience that I've gotten to have since going through Nebraska VR. And honestly, achieving this award, I never went into anything to win any awards or anything. This all came about out of the blue for me. So it just lets me know that I'm on the right track. I'm doing things for my community that need to be done, and it's awesome to be recognized for it.
I am Luke Pinkelman with Pinkelman Truck and Trailer. We do truck and trailer repair, and we've been awarded 2024 SRC Disability Employment and Inclusion New Business Recognition Award. Jordan usually he cleans shop around here, cleans up shop, takes out garbage, sweeps floors, mows the yard, just basic janitorial duties, and he does a good job. How this all got started was Angela Korth reached out to me with an opportunity, and she had an individual she wanted to try to find work for. We had an opportunity to spot the need filled, and he came in, did a working interview for a while, and it worked out, and the rest is history. If you're thinking about partnering with Nebraska VR, I would recommend it. There's lots of shortages of employees around here, and they might have a good fit that meets your needs.
My name is Michelle Cookshausen. I am the director at Community Christian Child Care Center, as well as the preschool teacher for Community Christian School. Community Christian was awarded the 2024 SRC Disability Employment and Inclusion Small Business Recognition Award. We always work really hard here to bring in community members and work with different people of different abilities, and we love to walk with people in our Christian walk and bring them to the faith, supporting them, showing our family like atmosphere, and supporting them throughout the way. We have been struggling, as many employers, finding quality candidates to come work for us that are wanting to work with good work ethics and stability. So we actually approached the local community college here, looking for people that were wanting to do work study or outreach programs. Through that, the Nebraska VR program approached us for a tour of our facility, in which we just had an in-depth conversation about how we work here and our Christian environment and our beliefs and the education we provide through the school as well as the daycare. And through that, we matched up with a couple of people. We toured with them, and they liked our place as well as we really enjoyed talking with them. So we decided to try out a new relationship with them, and they were willing to come try their best, learn. We did provide extra training and extra guidance when needed, but it's been a great relationship so far. We were excited to work with the new people we were partnered up with, and we were very surprised at how willing they are to learn new things and to try everything they can, and how they've become a stable person within our school and our building, the daycare, how much love they show towards the kids that they work with. Through our partnerships, we realize that there's a whole nother group of people out there that are just waiting for employment. They just may need a little extra time or a little extra work to do what you're asking them to do. But I plan on continuing to reach out to the Nebraska VR program anytime we need a position filled. I would look into a new partnership with Nebraska VR to look for good quality employees. They're willing to work. They're willing to take part-time hours. It opens up new doors of different people and different walks of abilities, and we found a great relationship with the ones that have came and worked with us.
I'm Brian Sullivan, General Manager at the Embassy Suites, Lincoln, Nebraska. Embassy Suites Lincoln was awarded the 2024 SRC Disability Employment and Inclusion Large Business Recognition Award. Well, I think it's something that we at the hotel are very proud and appreciative for the recognition and for the award itself. I think connecting with Nebraska VR certainly has been beneficial to us, and it's something we as a hotel and we as a company in Atrium Hospitality have embraced for many, many years. But at the same time, I think what the award also does is it provides some stronger awareness to other organizations and other businesses to see what the value is in such partnerships. I don't specifically remember what year we began our partnership with Nebraska VR, but it was quite a few years back, and it may have gone hand in hand with our partnership also with Project Search, which we're a host site for. But providing those opportunities through Project Search and also working with those with disabilities in the past and providing them employment prior to connecting with Nebraska VR, to us it was a smart business decision. And the resources that Nebraska VR has provided us just a strengthened platform for us to continue that overall objective of assisting those with disabilities and finding a placement for them. Well, I would say I think probably how seamless the overall business transition in working with Nebraska VR was. A lot of times working with different entities, private, public, can sometimes be challenging, but at the same time, this partnership was very smooth. And from start to finish, every time we have an interaction with Nebraska VR, it just goes very, very well. So there's not a lot of aches and pains that we have to deal with and coordinate our program with one another. Well, from a business standpoint, I will tell you it was a very smart business decision to coordinate and make that partnership. The individuals we end up hiring and onboarding with the property with disabilities, for the most part, sustain a very strong need for the property. We have a lot of different skilled positions within the facility. At the same time, not only do they approach their position very seriously, we also have a strong retention rate. Very low turnover happens within these positions. So they're one of the lowest turnover positions we have in the hotel. And it's something that I think we can be proud of with this partnership. I would offer the opportunity for them to meet with me or other businesses that have already partnered with Nebraska VR to let them know the overall benefits. We are faced with some very, very low unemployment rates. And there's a talent pool out there with those with disabilities that can certainly fill those positions and provide some strong strengths and skill sets that we can all benefit from. So I think as a testimonial and a referral network system, we can all work together to certainly take advantage of all the offerings that Nebraska VR has.
My name is Mike Bursaw, and I'm a Director of Human Resources with West Pharmaceutical Services. So I was selected as the 2024 SRC Champion for Disability Employment Award. It's a tremendous honor to be nominated, let alone selected for the award. You look at the past individuals who received this award, and it's a great honor to be included in that list of names. It's wonderful to know that the work that you've done is having an impact, and that's probably the biggest thing about it. So my first interaction with Nebraska VR was in my capacity at West as an HR manager, and had a team from VR come out and had a meeting with us just to describe who they were and what they did, and it went right along with my passions for helping individuals with disabilities, more from a military background, but this allowed me to carry it into my current work at West. And it really was the start of a great relationship. My passion for working with individuals with disabilities really started after I retired from the Air Force. Got involved with a number of different military organizations that held events for disabled veterans. Then when the partnership with the VR began, it was just a natural change to go in from individuals with disabilities from the military background to all individuals with disabilities. And so I've continued down that, doing panel discussions and mock interviews and all kinds of different events, really just to help both employers as well as individuals with disabilities understand the laws, what's out there for them in the employment workforce, how employers can interact with individuals with disabilities, how to ask questions, everything, and just be able to make things better for everybody. One of the amazing benefits and highlights about working in the space with individuals with disabilities is not only the relationships that you build with those individuals, but also the partnerships that you build with all of the agencies. The VR staff are amazing to work with, and everywhere that I go through the processes, you deal with great individuals, and then at the end, helping somebody to get employment or keep employment, it's just a great feeling.